Sunrise in Alaska. The clouds right there. Goodness. It's like 4 layers there. You got the cloud right off the pole, the clouds over the mountains, and the sun. The sun is coming up real slow back there to the east. Ice melting off the roof. Patrick! Holly's making a scarf. I think she's got one almost done. Good morning. Oh my goodness. 8-foot seas today, so it's supposed to subside. I got out a little bit earlier. I had some chores to do around the house this morning. Got the chores done. Thank goodness I said my prayers first, then I started complaining. Yeah. I got a lot to be thankful for. Like this sunrise, for example. Today's gonna be nice. The weather next week looks like it's not gonna be so nice. But today we can fish. Good morning, Shannon, Gary, Patrick, Yukon, Bub. Country carpenter, let's chop up the wood. Oh my goodness, the wave. There's Cooper, what's up, Cooper? Vernon, Chitlin. Holly, Carolyn, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Sunrise over the Yakutat. Oh my goodness. I tied up some hoochies in the dark while I was running out of the harbor. Tied up some more of the white assassin style ones. I tied up one blue and it's blue and chartreuse and glow, I guess. That's an odd one. You know, we caught a fish on a weird hoochie yesterday that I put out there. I'm gonna skip Little Africa today. I'm going straight for Hump 2. See if we can get there before the fish disappear. We might run out to the bar today. They said 8 foot this morning, and then it was gonna be diminishing to 6 foot, light wind all day. Maybe I'll go out there. It's been so daggone dead in the afternoon. You never know. Today could be different. All those porpoises and stuff, you know, make me think that maybe it's a good spot. We didn't see that much life on the bar. I think we did see some porpoises on the bar too, but not like it was. Turn off my bow light. Not like it was on the pinnacles. A lot of porpoises. We could try running west too, on the west of those spots I wanted to try yesterday, but we ended up catching fish, so I never tried it yesterday. Man. Yeah, I should have my lines. I should have my hooks down there already, but I'm a slacker. I prefer to stay till dark than as opposed to getting up early in the morning. Unfortunately, there has not been a night bite yet. Really hasn't been any bite. Well, high tide's been alright. It's supposed to be. It's an hour later every day, just about, so we'll have more time to fish the tide. Yeah, we got to get up here around the Little Africa there. See the Little Africa? See, King Chaser is on the response for the. He's probably talking about the moon glow, whatever it's called. Da moon glue, da moon glue. Oh my goodness. I wonder if Leo will come out here today. It is a big swell. 8 foot, they said. I'm in Alaska. Alaska. Yeah. I thought about not wimping out, head out to the bar, you know, try to, you know, try the bar again. It really should be like 10 a day at the bar at least. Because we almost struck out on the bar last time we were there. Okay, well. And the waves were like huge yesterday. They don't seem like they're that much smaller today. They're definitely far apart though. It's like the storm is over, whatever happened out offshore. NOAA's calling for 30 knot winds on Monday, 25 knots on Tuesday and Wednesday. But Predict Wind is saying it's going to be great. I mean, Predict Wind is showing the wind coming out of Dangerous. It might very well be fishable. The seas aren't supposed to be real big. It's going to be like drainage winds. So we'll probably be able to fish the Cape. That's my hope anyway. We'll get some fuel on Sunday and we'll button everything down and maybe take stuff off the counters and whatnot and get ready to rock and roll. I need to fish. Even if I'm only getting a 3 a day, it's really going to help me. My goodness. True Carolina Outdoors. What's wrong with your YouTube era? I don't think I ever made it to True Carolina Outdoors. You guys ever go there? What's on True Carolina Outdoors for us? It's coming to an end. What's wrong with it? Okay, Patrick. She said email. You know, I'm not sure. I think my email's in the description of the channel. She said email your address so that we know where to send it. Oh, look at that! Yeah, what happened to the True Carolina? Good morning! Happy Valentine's Day to you! Good morning! Let's set up the tripod. You know, we got quite a bit of gear out there that's not catching anything. I'm gonna want to change that out today. The glow spoons are still getting them though. Glow spoons, herring, and white assassins, the winners. Yeah. When do they show up? Mid-February for sure. Everything is FUBAR this year though. I don't know what's gonna happen. They'll probably show up like a couple days before they shut the season. Last year, it was over April 15th. And like, I am not even kidding. April, like, April 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th was it was like crazy. Yeah. Wow, this is really scratching them, scratch fishing. But normally February is really good. Not right at the beginning, but the end of it, the middle to the end, it gets really good. It's always out on the bar, and the bar has been dead, so I don't know what to tell you. I'd rather get 3 fish than no fish on the bar, so we're gonna go. Plus, it's 8-foot seas, but it's gonna die. I might, if we don't catch anything on the pinnacles, I might backtrack towards the bar and try that deeper reef I keep talking about, because it's not that far away from the pins. It's like halfway between the pins and the bar. There's a good 20 fathom drag in there, 17, 20 fathoms. Maybe that's the trick. I doubt it, but it could be. I doubt it. There were so many fish there in May, but in May there's like a lot. The bait fish are different in May. There's a lot of bait fish swirling around. They were in that area. There's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of salmon. They just weren't that big. They're kind of mostly all small, but there were so many. It definitely is a place they lay, but I don't know if they'll lay there this time of year. Might be worth checking out. Okay, yeah, I don't know about the records. My email, that email address is my standard email, so like I get, I don't know, 50 emails a day. They just get buried. We can try searching for it. I'm not worried about it until she's done with the when she's done with it. Then we'll be... Morning, Edward. Got it going though. It's purple and just put a little bit of white and gold. I'm like, what's that white doing in there? He said purple and yellow, and she's like, I had to have a third color. I'm like, no. She's like, yes. Like, let me see the logo, and it's white in the logo, so we should be okay. Tom Garner, good morning. As you can see, the swell is still happening. Like this, based on my jacket, going like this. But it's pretty okay. We're okay. Just turn up the brightness. Good morning, everybody. I read some scripts for you guys. I don't know if you're going to hear me or not. What do we want to hear today? Doesn't matter what we want. I have is like the back's broke, but it opened up to get parable in the trees again. A little back on that parable of the trees in Judges 8:29. It says the death of Gideon is the heading I got in here. Then Jeroboam the son of Joash went and dwelt in his own house. Gideon had 70 sons who were his own offspring, for he had many wives. And his concubine, who was in Shechem, also bore him a son, whose name he called Abimelech. Now Gideon, the son of Joash, died at a good old age, and was buried in the tomb of Joash's father in Ophrah of the Abizarites. So it was, as soon as Gideon was dead, that the children of Israel again played the harlot with the Baals, and made Baal-berith their god. Thus the children of Israel did not remember the Lord their God, who had delivered them from the hands of all their enemies on every side, nor did they show kindness to the house of Jerubbaal, Gideon, in accordance with the good he had done for Israel. Abimelech's conspiracy. Then Abimelech, the son of Jerubbaal, went to Shechem, to his mother's brothers, and spoke with them, and with all the family of the house of his mother's father, saying, Please speak in the hearing of all men of Shechem, which is better for you, that all 70 of the sons of Jerubbaal reign over you, or that one reign over you? Remember that I am your own flesh and bone. And his mother's brothers spoke all those words concerning him in the hearing of all the men of Shechem. And their heart was inclined to follow Abimelech, for they said, He is our brother. So they gave him 70 shekels of silver from the temple of Baal-berith, with which Abimelech hired worthless and reckless men, and they followed him. Then he went to his father's house at Ophrah and killed his brothers, the 70 sons of Jerubbaal, on one stone. But Joram, the youngest son of Jerubbaal, was left, because he hid himself. And all the men of Shechem gathered together, all of Beth Milo, and they went and made Abimelech king beside the tabernacle tree, the terebinth tree, at the pillar that was in Shechem. So who was this guy? Abimelech. Gideon died. Gideon had 70 sons who were his offspring. So it was Gideon's son. It was the concubine's son. That was Abimelech. It sounds like Abimelech killed all the other sons of Gideon, and then was made king at the terebinth tree, at the pillar that was in Shechem. Now when they told Jotham, he went and stood on top of Mount Gerizim and lifted his voice and cried out and said to them, this is the parable of the trees again. So this is where that came from. Listen to me, you men of Shechem, that God may listen to you. The trees went forth to anoint a king over them and said to the olive tree, Reign over us. But the olive tree said to them, Should I cease giving my oil with which they honor God and men and go to sway over trees? Then the tree said to the fig tree, You come and reign over us. But the fig tree said to them, Should I cease my sweetness and my good fruit and go to sway over trees? Then the tree said to the vine, You come and reign over us. But the vine said to them, Should I cease my new wine, which cheers both God and men, and go sway over trees? Then all the trees said to the bramble, You come reign over us. And the bramble said to the trees, If in truth you anoint me as king over you, then come and take shelter in my shade. But if not, let fire come out of the bramble and devour the cedars of Lebanon. Now therefore, if you have acted in truth and sincerity in making Abimelech king, and if you have dwelt well with Jerubbaal and his house, and have done to him as he deserves, if you have fought for my father, risked his life, and delivered you, for my father fought for you. That's Gideon, I guess. Yeah, that's Gideon. I guess the guy who gave the parable of the trees was the one who went and hid himself. If you have dwelt well with Jerubbaal and his house, and done to him as he deserves, my father fought for you, risked his life, and delivered you out of the hand of the Midian. But you have risen up against my father's house this day, and killed his 70 sons on one stone, and made Abimelech, the son of his female servant, king over the men of Shechem, because he is your brother. If you have acted in truth and sincerity with Jerubbaal and with the house this day, then rejoice in Abimelech, and let him also rejoice in you. But if not, let fire come from Abimelech and devour the men of Shechem and Beth Milo, and let fire come from the men of Shechem and Beth Milo and devour Abimelech. And Jotham ran away and fled, and he went to Beer and dwelt there, for fear of Abimelech his brother. Terebinth tree. After Abimelech had reigned over Israel 3 years, God sent a spirit of ill will between Abimelech and the men of Shechem. And the men of Shechem dealt treacherously with Abimelech, that the crime done to the 70 sons of Jerubbaal may be settled, and their blood be laid on Abimelech their brother who killed them, and on the men of Shechem who aided him in the killing of his brothers. And the men of Shechem set men in ambush against him on the tops of the mountains, and they robbed all who passed by them along that way. and it was sold to Abimelech. This is going to go on. We'll have to get back to this. I want to know what happens to Abimelech. I have a feeling that it's not going to be good for Abimelech. Amen. I like that name. Too bad he was a bad guy. He's got a good name. Some of the names in the Bible are just tough for me. I can handle Abimelech. I got that one. I want to understand that parable of the trees better. It's kind of a nice day out here. You've gone buff, thank you. Maybe I can look up, since I got this handy Google right here, how to say that. Get the right pronunciation of that word. Maybe Google could be useful in that. Pronunciation. Tarabith. Tarabith. There we go. Terebinth. Got it. The terebinth tree. Terebinth. I wonder what kind of tree that is. What does it look like? Now I'm more curious. Wow. Look at that. Look at that sucker. The terebinth tree. Made it into the Bible. Cool. You think that's an acacia tree? Is it? This one looks like an acacia. Wikipedia does not say it's an acacia. It says it's a Piscaccia terebinth. Terebinth. Let's compare to acacia. Now it's a pistachio tree. So that's the acacia tree. They look similar. Acacia. What the heck? Acacia is also mimosa? We have mimosa in this continent. Let's go to Wikipedia. Acacia. Or Acaciaceus. Genus of 1,000 species. It's not terebinth tree. Terebinth tree. The terebinth is a cousin of the pistachio. We are way down the rabbit hole now. Bring me the pistachios! Jump him! Ooh, sunrise is still happening. They're all tangled up. They're all tangled up with the chargers and stuff. See that? Possible relative, I'll buy that. Oh my goodness! Nice enough to go around the front of a little Africa today. Not messing around, I'm going straight to hump 2. I'm not messing around with that Africa and hump 1. There'd been a lot more life on hump 2 in the King Magnet than Little Africa. Nothing on hump 1. We might have wiped them out, you guys, to be honest with you, and we'll see, but we put a whooping on them yesterday, and then it was just done after that. Sometimes on these high spots in the bay, like, you know, if you fish them around and they get up on the high spots and you catch them, they don't come, they're not back the next day, we got them. But we'll see. That's the ocean bar is much better. The whole ocean is swimming up and down the ocean, and then they stop on the bar. Not as many come up in the bay. I don't know. Hopefully God blesses us with some fish. We'll see. Between Canaan and Jericho. I'm gonna start using my I know we got the Canaanites, right? So that's Canaan. I was watching these guys hunt wild boars in Turkey. I thought it was really fascinating that in Turkey there was like oak trees. There was all these little oaks. There was like a scrub oak. And there was foxes, you know? It's like God made the same animals all around the world. Just on that, the ones that inhabit that kind of like temperature zone, you know? They're all the same. Wild pigs and same foxes basically we got here. Same oak leaf, you know, the oak is the same. It's got the same leaf structure. I'm sure the wood's tough as nails, you know. I don't know. I guess I thought of Turkey as being like camels and sand, but it's not where those guys were hunting, was it? What's up, Paul, man? Wilfred! I wonder whose land that was in the Bible days. Those are like the Turkish, would those be like the Amorites or the Canaanites, the Hivites? Which sides do they all come from? Thank you, Holly! How many keepers we got today? I haven't started fishing yet, Paul. It's 8 a.m. The sun is just starting to peek up over the horizon here. Look at this. Show you. You asked how many I got. I'm not fishing yet. I'm late, man. I'm always late. Sunrise. We're about to get started here in the next 10 minutes. I'm gonna deploy the stabilization and then put down the hooks. It's happening soon. Coming out of the trench, getting ready to come up on the showers. Yeah, we gotta put out some baits. I got some plastic squids to run. I guess I should run bait this morning. We got one on bait yesterday in the morning. A big one. Those were big fish we caught yesterday. Those were not little ones. The ones we kept were like nice. 12 to 14 pounders. Thank you, Gary! I wonder what happened to all those sons of Gideon that got killed on the stone. They put their head on the stone and chopped their head off. That's what I think. got some ice out of the behind that. I went behind the warehouse at the harbor, like I keep talking about, and shucked some ice out. There's a big snow berm behind there. Pretty good ice. No life out in the channel. Usually fishing's going to be good back in here. You can kind of tell there's a bunch of feed out in the 45 fathoms, 40 fathoms, sea feed. It's just totally empty. There has been a little bit of life on the top of these pinnacles, though. It got colder. It snowed, the dusting of snow last night. It's above freezing now, but let's see what that does. Enough for an air freight box? Yeah, I think so. I don't know, Leo might not have got anything, or he might have got 16. His boat's been hot recently. What's his name? Luke caught one. They can hold him for like a week, as long as we bring him in some fish next week. I think when we only have a few fish, I don't know. I guess they send them to whoever buys them, but there's a market in state. There's this market in state, and there's a market out of state. Longbeard, thanks for coming. Happy Valentine's Day to the Longbeard. The cannery guy, yeah, I would, but I think it's like I was telling Holly this morning, it's kind of like you look at the weather and then you look at the calendar and it's like with Fish and Game, you don't know for sure what Fish and Game's going to do, but they put that closure in March 15th to as a conservation tool, I'm not a fisheries manager, but if I was, I'd be using that tool to conserve some fish because there is apparently not any fish around. If we start hammering them, it'll probably leave it open, but as it is right now, I bet it stays closed. We'll see what happens. We'll see. They'll start making announcements in March about what's going to go on with the summer opener too, I think. It might even come out in late February. Oh my goodness, the waves. Give me a break with those big waves, man. A little bit further. What's this? What we got here? Oh, look at this! Double line! Double! I put an 8-aught hook in the big one. I put the 8-aught up in that thing. And then I tied this up too. Maybe, I don't know. Chartreuse and blow I've done good on out here before. But it's got added a blue stripe. It's kind of like that one that husky that Shannon sent me. Chocolate strawberry doesn't work. Oh my goodness! I got jewelry myself. That's what I got for Holly. Not making any money, so I got I got kind of like costume jewelry for Valentine's Day, but a goodly amount, like several items, numerous. And then I got a little bit fancier birthday present. My wife's birthday is in like a few days. Pretty sure it's on the 17th. Jewelry seems to be a safe bet, like quality jewelry for the important gift. She thought it was better once the price quadrupled, huh? Yeah, that's the same. That's the same classic gift I got my wife for her birthday. I didn't get anything super fancy for Valentine's. I gotta do Valentine's and her birthday at the same time. That's not catching any fish, so I didn't get anything big for Valentine's this year. Alright, okay. I'm seeing a few birds. I mean, there's like birds here and there, you know, a birdie here, a birdie there. Let me run out and throw the stabies, and then we'll come back around and I'll get you guys and we'll go set the gear. First, I'm gonna stabilize the boat. Stabilization is complete. Terry, good morning. Okay, here, let's just go ahead and maybe we'll change some spoons out. Those big eye spoons aren't working. I got some superior spoons. Maybe we can try those. I got some little 5 superiors. Haven't tried those yet. Let's get the boat pointing right way. All I gotta do is put a hook on it. Well, I gotta find it. Where are the superiors? Yeah, look at these little cuties right here. Oh my goodness! Just one out. Put one in there real quick. These are good. The gold doesn't stay on them very well though. This thing will be all chrome by the end of the week. That's my prediction. Maybe they improved the formula. I doubt it though. Let's see here. I get the boat pointing the right way here. Alright, gotta get some bait too. Handful of this, handful of that. Grab me some bait fishes. Oh my gracious. Might get some toothpicks. Once I stopped putting the toothpicks in, we stopped pressure. There we go. On this guy, huh? Oh, it looks real good, real good. Put a nice stress sharing on this one. Nice roll to it this morning. Let's see if we can get a little more life out of it by changing the emerald to the Superior. It's pretty much the same thing, I guess. He was home today out here. Anybody home? Maybe nobody's home at all, I don't know. Try this disgusting one on there. Very disgusting. I like this shot here. I feel like I'm missing the rig here. Okay, got it on there like this. Got this one. Killian loves this one. It's got the pink on the back. That one. Put our bait right here. Alright, we're in business. Got them all now, doing real good. Pick up our spoons and stuff here that we're not using. Pick up our spoons that we're not using. Getting greasy on the pit. Lid of the pit. Must have got some of that special sauce on there. Well, pray that God will bless us with some fish here. Georgie, what's up? Thanks for stopping by, guys. If you don't mind, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 9.5. Thank you very much. Memberships and merchandise are available for support. Yeah! This video is brought to you by support from our members and Super Chat donators. We have quite a Starlink bill every month. Thank you, Gary. Okie dokie, we're on hump 2. We got all the gear out. My hands are covered with fish slime smell junk. I got that bait slime. Got on salt and everything else on me. Lemon meringue pie and happy Valentine's Day. My goodness, just covered with the junk. We got some beautiful herrings out there now. They're running nice today. I put the toothpicks in them. Scented everything up. Hopefully we got keepers today and not undersized fish like yesterday. We had so many undersized fish yesterday. It's right about freezing, sure. Right at the freezing mark. Oh, I got that beautiful honey chocolate from Washington Slayer. Thank you. Yeah, people like watching the gear go out, don't they? All those interesting hooks. Sending! I don't have the plug out yet, but it's still back there waiting. Ready to be deployed. We just put it out there. I just marked a little chunk of feed on the bottom. 2 chunks of feed. Get out of here. No way. Little bit of life, a little bit of red little hucks of. There's got to be some herrings just creeping around here. I'll show you. I think this is feed. It could be rocks. That's what rocks look like too. Sometimes that's just the reef. You know, like there's some rocks, a couple rocks sitting there that got life on them. You know, like they got sea anemones and stuff, or it could be a couple hunks of herring. We're hoping it's herring. We want the herring up on the high spot like that. That would be good. That's what we want. We want it to be herring. If there's herring, there's gonna be some king salmon in this spot. Come on, fishy wishes! First pass. The first pass we came in from we came in hard on the east side. We missed the shallows on the first pass, except for the north end of it. We're gonna go over the rest of it and swing back around. Seems like a little northeast breeze. Wind shift. The northeast is normal for the winter. It's been abnormally warm. Southwest, south wind. East is normal too. North or northeast is normal. East wind. Actually, north wind is the cold cycle. Yeah, heck yeah, I'm not taking that thing out. That moonshine is on that same spot. I got that orange and black one up the wire. We caught a big one on that one day. Came up, grabbed it. Got it right here, actually. This is right where we were at when we caught that fish. Back in the day, thank you so much. Boy, it's chilly. Blowing in cool air. Thanks for the support, everyone. Yeah, hood the moon with the minty green. The super chunky, thank you. Come on, fish, here we go. We're looking for the early keeper. Well, we had it yesterday. I'm not expecting to get it again today. There was one right there waiting for us on Little Africa yesterday. We weren't really having trouble catching the big, we went over a big sonar mark. We were getting them. There was only but so many. There's not very many. And then there was little ones. They were close to the right size, but a little bit too small. Different wind today. Hopefully some more come up on here. Take my turn. Go back over top of this thing. Nothing yet. Yeah, hopefully we don't start right off the bat catching those little ones. Mr. Hogan, good morning. Still cold in here. I haven't even got, I guess I got a coffee in me at home. We just put the gear down. We just put the gear down. My line's got a lot of twists in it. My trolling wire is all twisted up. Keeps twisting around my tag line. When I put it out longer, made it worse. There's more twists further up the line. Hopefully it don't get snapped. Sometimes when it twists up around the tag line, it won't come untwisted, and it's a big problem. I've always got it untwisted back in the boat. I think I broke it before when I was using that 7-strand wire. I got 19-strand wire now. It's hard to break that. I've broken it before. Yeah, we really need to put some swivels in. '70s today. Oh my goodness. It's getting colder here now. It's gonna be in the I think it's gonna be in the 20s later this week. This week coming up. It's supposed to snow a little bit. We got a dusting of snow last night, like a light dusting. I wonder if Luke's out yet. Luke said he was going to fish today. He only got one yesterday. The hogs are in trouble now. They're gonna get the. What are they gonna get? I forgot. Some kind of a fancy 22. Like a 22 Hornet. Reminds me. Some guy is getting. Let a tarantula bite him and. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, there was some giant wasp, like a, I don't know, like an 1.5 inch long wasp that stung him. They got big hooves, huh? That reminded me that the hornet reminds me of the hog hornet killing. The hog killing hornet bullet reminded me of that guy getting stung by all kinds of stuff. Conditions seem a little bit different today. The wind there's a little bit of a breeze coming out of the east-northeast. More sun. No fish yet. Huge news. Snakes and brown recluse. Yeah, that guy's not letting no brown recluse bite him. He found a purple tarantula in Borneo, and he's like, this is the purple tarantula. I'm like, there is no way he's going to let that thing bite him. He didn't. Not that one. Oh, I got that box in the dude. Be on the pins today. Come on, come on. That's typical. You'd think if you're going to get out early that you'll kill them, but they don't start biting until the same time they were biting the day before a lot of times. Around high tide, whatever that is. There he is. It's Billy from the Preachers Creatures. Anybody need some soft plastics down there in the lower 48? Got to hit Billy up. Hit up the Preachers Creatures. Can I rig 4-inch tube jigs like hoochies, or would they come off too easily? These lures are really something, Billy. I'll show you. They're made in Japan. They're very expensive. They are warning cancer and reproductive harm. That's just great. That's exactly what I need on Valentine's Day. They're vinyl. I heard they're made of vinyl. Like, they have very sharp, the eye is important, and then this, they're like very elastic. See, you can stretch them. See how stretchy that is? See how tough? Very tough. And they're hollow. See, they're hollow, hollow body. If you can figure out how to make them, people are paying like $16 for 5 right now. That's how much they're worth. They're very expensive. Yeah. I've tried rubber worms before and it didn't work. I thought, because they eat worms sometimes. Sometimes these king salmon will be eating worms, and I tried. It didn't work. Yeah. No, sometimes, like, if I find one that's working, you know, I can just keep it on. I can catch hundreds and hundreds of fish with it. Let's say 100 fish with one. Sometimes more. What usually happens is a fish will get on it, and it'll break it off. You know, eventually a big halibut will eat it, or a sea lion will come by, and the sea lions grab the fish. Or a lingcod will get on there, and then it'll just roll and roll and roll until it twists up the leader and breaks off. But one thing is, I steelhead. I just ordered some steelhead rubber worms for steelhead. It says they float. I guess they're power bait worms. Yeah, I don't know. They're vinyl. They're some kind of a special. And then they got that shape, you know. The shape is critical too. Oh, thank you so much, Terry. Back in the day. Thanks for the yellow Super Valentine's gift for the missus. Holly, Terry's hooking it up. Nothing on that. We made a full pass over that thing. My hopes are dashed. I guess we saw some feed on there, but no biters. At least not on that pass. We'll have to go up to the king magnet. Maybe on this next go around we'll get them. That's what we do. We got up, back down, and then we'll go back over it again and head up to the king magnet. Yeah. Tougher for the big water. I mean, the idea is we spend a bunch of money on different lures, and then if we find one that works, like I had one lure last summer. I had that thing on all summer. These days, they get to be so expensive, it's getting to be ridiculous. But it's necessary equipment. I guess if we had to, we could just use a hook and then chop up the fish, wire the fish to the hook. That would work too. Pretty much whatever you put behind the flasher, they'll bite it. They'll bite spoons too. There's Holly. I'm still hopeful that something's going to happen here. I am seeing a little bit of life on the bottom. It just hasn't hit yet. Seeing a little bit of feed on the bottom, I think. Oh, they got that. High five. Thank you. There's Holly. Holly's got the day off Saturday. No school teaching today. might have to try. I can already see the ocean's gonna lay down here. I don't know. We go out to the bar. It's like an hour to run out to the bar. Let's see if we can make it across the King Magnet without catching anything before we decide which way to go. Yeah, it's just only catching 3 yesterday. Seems to be it's really not very much. We only had 2 on the bar the day before. This will be the last good weather day it's in the forecast. It might be fishable though next week. Northeast wind on the Cape. A lot of times we can fish the Cape in the Northeast. Okay, Holly, I'll be here all day. I'll be here all day. Every day except Sunday. Or if the weather's really bad. Looks like a potential bad weather situation next week. Get a little snow on the ground, we might be able to see where those wolves are going to get a wolf. The wolves seem to like to run in the snow too. They like it. Wolverine, Martin, Lynx, Weasel, closes on Monday, I guess. Monday's the last day. But wolf, beaver, otter, coyote stays open. So what we're trapping for anyway is otters. If the waters would open back up, we could get the beavers. I guess there's a way to trap them under the water if you know where they live. Cade knows where there's one beaver pond. He showed it to me, but it's out the road, like past where they plow. Cade's grandfather, his father, and his uncle all have airplanes here. You should fly up to them and find out where the beavers live. Look at the airplane. Still marks around the harbor. Oh, mink. No, Cade got the mink. There was one on Enoch's boat. Cade put a trap on the boat and caught it. He caught Tom Roloff's dog too in a foot trap on the dock. I guess that's a good lesson to learn. I'm sure Tom gave him a stern talking to. Yeah, that Tom. He's got that black dog, Dakota or whatever. Alright, here we go. We're lining up the hump 2. We'll have a full pass on it this time. Right over the top. Then we'll head up to the King Magnet if we don't get bit. Looks like we're not going to get a bite, but we'll see. We'll see. Luke found a bunch of small ones yesterday, huh? I keep watching the sonar because we saw so many fish that we caught yesterday. I think we saw 2 out of 3. We saw them coming. Plus some little ones that were too small we saw coming. sell my pelts? Yeah, we got pelts to sell. The wolf pelt, a lot of marten pelts. I don't know what the quality is going to be like of the martens that Kate did up. It'll probably be okay. I think we got about 30 marten, 2 wolves, and a wolverine. Kate says he's not going to sell the wolverine. The martens will be for sale though. They're like sable, kind of like an oversized mink. Sent some out. I had like a whole bunch of them in my attic. The price is actually up quite a bit on them. When the price was down on them, I wasn't willing to sell them, so I had them in storage. And around Christmas there was a bazaar, and I thought I'm just gonna get rid of them. I don't even care. I'll just sell them. I'm sick of having them in the attic for 10 years, so I sold them for like $25, and they were going so fast I changed them to like $30, and then sold out. Sold like 25 of them. So now I have, I can try and catch more. I'm not selling that cheap again. Gade wants to get a sewing machine and make hats or whatever. Tom Garner in the house. Yeah, he's keeping the Wolverine. He wouldn't want to sell it. I'll get one for you next year. We'll probably trap more seriously next year. Plan on I'm gonna make plans to do some other stuff next year. This winter was a bust for Kings. It was like a total bust. October I did alright. And then now February's been like, I guess it's worth going out. Streaming has been good. Maybe next year will be totally different. They did alright down around Petersburg. I guess they're catching a few in Sitka. I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers recently. But this is like untenable in Yakutat. I'm gonna have to send fish out. I think the plan's gonna be next year to direct market. I don't know if I can make that happen, but at the very least I'm gonna send them around in Alaska instead of, I don't think they'll buy fish next year. They might, it's just 1 year, one bad year. They might try it again and maybe they'll hire. One problem is there's no one in town that will do anything. Maybe I would do it. I might offer to do it so that he doesn't have to bring people from out of town and put them up or whatever he's doing to have them buy fish. There's no fishermen. Everybody quit, And for many different reasons. There's not enough money in it to attract any new fishermen. There's not enough fish. If there was more fish and the price was way higher, it would, but there's not. So that can change real quick. See how many boats we got if they start biting. When they're not biting, we have the whole place to ourselves. As soon as they start biting, as soon as I get 20 fish caught, oh my goodness, there'll be boats right in front of us the very next day. Guys like to go out in the spring too. There's quite a few small boats that have hand troll permits, and they just don't even go until it's May. The May openers. More fish, much nicer weather, There are trappers in the town. Once the word gets out that the price is up, they're going to start trapping again. There's a local guy who says he's going to trap next year heavy. We'll see. The problem with trapping is the gas price. makes it not profitable. Gas is $6.30 here. Luke said he went to buy gas yesterday and it was closed at 1 and now it's definitely closed on Sunday. So he couldn't get gas. He had to drive 8 miles round trip to get out to the gas station to find out that it's closed. Yeah, the best deal going on for me is my halibut quota. I'm trying to get more halibut. Maybe we could get some money from, we're trying to sell a condo. There might be a bit of money left over after we sell the condo to get more halibut quota. You know, I put about, I think about 90,000 in the halibut, and I get, like, at the price of last year and the current, we have the same quota this year, so if the price is the same as last year, it's $19,000 worth of fish. That's a good deal. If I could get, you know, any more that I can get, the better. But like double that, be able to survive just on that. Can't survive off 19,000, but I can see surviving off of 40. Plus, there's the spring king. Coho salmon's a big fishery, and I was set that permit too for, I could catch sockeyes and cohos in the set net too. The coho set netters didn't do any good last year because those freezer boats caught all the fish. It was like a horrible year for the coho netters. I got 2,800 pounds, Gary, pretty sure. Yeah, I got the, I gave her some jewelry this morning. I did. Gosh dang it, no bites yet today. I wonder if they went off the side and they're out in the deep. They could be out there on that deeper structure. Let's go up to the King Magnet and see. See if anybody's up there. I'd like to buy like 10,000 more pounds. That would be, you know, I would have no problem catching 10,000, 15,000 pounds. It's just a matter of getting the money to get the quota. I might get a loan for it. That's kind of risky, but take out a loan. You can always sell the quota if you can. If something goes bad, as long as the stock doesn't completely crash. There's a few gulls flying around, like real. I see 2 down there. They're probably looking for those porpoises. Porpoises been driving the bait up. I haven't seen any porpoise yet. I bet they're coming. No bites yet. The heck? Hello, Japan! I think that's Japan. $5,000? maybe more. 5 times 2, 10. No, it'd be 100. Maybe a little bit more. You see what I mean? Like, I could make a living at that, but it's so much money, like, for someone like me. I don't know. On a good salmon year, maybe not so bad, but like not like this. I'll never get. Thank God I own a house, you know. You never ever get to break loose if you don't make enough money. But you can get a loan. You can get a loan from the state for $100,000 or more. I think the limit's $200,000, whatever they'll give you. But the price is really good, so it's around $20 a share. It has, historically, it's been upwards of like $50, you know. It's only $20 right now. So, hypothetically, if halibut's $8 a pound still, you know, 1,000 pounds of halibut is $8,000. So your 5,000 is whatever, 8 times 5. You're gonna get your $100,000 back pretty darn quick. That's why, like, I just bought mine with cash. So I had money, I bought it, and now I get $16,000, $19,000 back, maybe $15,000, whatever the price is. I have that coming, which I've never had before. So even though the king salmon was terrible, at least I have that coming where I can fish for halibut. And then there's lots of other stuff to do. In May, king salmon will open back up. I refuse to fish for lingcod for $1.50. I'm not going to do it. I might have to, but that's just terrible. I got to sell the fish myself. It costs the processor so much. The buyer, they got so much in insurance and electric bill and, you know, paying their employees a living wage. It's like, doesn't leave anything for the fishermen. The biggest problem with this is that there's no fish. Yeah, we're salmon fishing. I bet Leo goes out on the bar today. He probably saw the weather and he's waiting for it to lay down. I should turn on my radio in case he's trying to call me. But yeah, I mean, that's a really good deal. If you got the halibut, so let's say I get a loan for the halibut. This is a likely scenario in the future. And I have, you know, I have 8,000 pounds of halibut. I can just fish the halibut. It won't take me that long to catch 8,000 pounds of halibut, maybe a couple months. And then it's like I'm off for the rest of the year. I can do whatever I want. Salmon fishing's good, I can go salmon fishing. What I do as a troller, full-time troller without halibut quota, is to fish every 6 days a week, every day it's open. If it's a good year, I make enough money to have a little extra. Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. I don't want to fish for that. Well, there's salmon. That's what they pay us for coho salmon too. But the coho salmon are really easy to deal with, and you get a lot of them. They're much easier to catch. There's less strain on the equipment. There's more of them. They're easier to process. And when they get big, they pay more. They pay a little bit more. There's like major problems with the troll. The price is to the breaking point. Next, what's up? I need to get the marketing stuff together so I can sell my own fish, because the guys who are selling the coho salmon themselves, they're getting like $6, $8 a pound, $9 a pound. But you know, when you sell it to the processor here, it's $1.50. problem with the direct marketing. It's like if you're selling yourself, then you can't get ice from the processor. That's what they got you, was on the ice. It is Japan. Current time in Alaska, 9:13 a.m. We're just right across the lake here, right across the ocean. Not far. I'm right here. You want to see where I am, Japan? Look at this. I'll show you. Look, I got this nice chart. Made in Japan, look. Faruno. Let's back up. Let's back it up. There it is. Where's Japan? I'm here. Japan's over here somewhere. Over here. It's not far. Where's Japan? Ah, Japan! Hello! We're right over here. Right here. Look. Ah, you know the point. I'm just across the ocean. We're so close. Same fish. Same ocean. Alright, we're getting close to the King Magnet. King Magnet. Magnet. What's going on, magnet? That part's not good either, you know. It's not a good deal. The chub salmon, you can make some good money on chub salmon when the price is up if they come in. Some years there's fish at a price. You do good on chubs. We don't have them here. I gotta go down where the hatcheries are to get the chubs. Oh my goodness! Come on, come on! Are they gonna be here? I haven't seen the feed yet. I haven't seen that service feed that they seem to be working on. Yeah, see there's like, yeah. If you don't sell to the buyer here in town, then they don't give you ice. You're out of business. They back charge you for the ice they gave you before too. That's happened to people. Night owl, yeah. Terry hasn't gone to bed yet, or Terry's saying Japan hasn't gone to bed yet. Come on, beyond the King Magnet. Where are you, Jesus? Everything's moving around out here. porpoise is still here. Here come the porpoise. 7 and 8, yeah, 7 shakers. I'd be happy if I could get 3 more like yesterday. They're pretty big, actually. That would work. Yeah, we've looked at the ice machines. I think I could get by with a regular cube ice, you know. I could salt it. If the canner would sell me salt. I don't know, a freezer boat would be good for the selling it yourself. Can't afford that though. Then it wouldn't be feasible with the no fish. Come back around to no fish again. I'd rather, if I'm going to spend a bunch of money, I'd rather get halibut quota. You know, that's the ticket right there. And we're seeing all the usual suspects now. The porpoises are here. It's just a matter of, are the fish going to keep coming in, or did we get them all yesterday? It's not like there's other boats out here. We can get Killian share today. Anna's prophesizing the fish. Leaving the door open for more. Three. I got 3 big ones yesterday. That's good money. I mean, to catch up with a normal year, I'd have to get like 30 every day between now and the end of the season. That's not going to happen. So I just suck it up, take what I can get, count my blessings. It's not the end of the world. The sky is still up there, you know. Hopefully some keep coming in. You know, it's definitely gotten a lot better. It's not as many as I would have hoped for, but at least we're catching some like most of the time, which is a big improvement. Pay for groceries like this, easy. That's a big deal around here. Show a bit of leg off. No, my wife wouldn't have it. It's fun to get a glimpse into the daily lives overseas. Yep, I watch the Japanese fish. I like that. I wish I could be in Japan with a green stick boat catching tuna. You want to see the mountains here, Japan? I got the fjord up ahead. You see the... You haven't seen what's going on in the back deck. We're trolling with downriggers. See, we got the hydraulic reels there and wire line, hydraulics. It's called power trolling. We're trolling with hooks. We got our hooks down. It's a high dollar fish. There's not very many, but they're worth a lot of money. King salmon. The Chinook Salmon. Yeah, I got the tote today. Going on and up. That's not Roy right on, that's Smurfy. What's up, Smurfy? Oh. Well, hopefully they start biting. A lot of times they don't start biting until 10. Let's see what happens. 10 o'clock's a good time for them to start. Eugene! Okay, Eugene, thank you for coming. You could be blue like everybody else. Join the club. He's asked the King Salmon to be my Valentine. We're going for it. We're trolling, we're on the King Magnet, we're on the main drag here, right on the green. We're in the green. Waiting for our first bite. Oh, I see the porpoises again in front of me. Good porpoise. What the heck is that? That's a stick. Got the full spread out. Nobody's coming up to play yet. I think they will. I think they're gonna be in here. Let's see what happens. You guys see Zyro? Sticks are good too. There he is, Zyro! You got a fish today? You gotta install more ovens or what? Alright, I mark a little thing on the bottom. Stop moving. Could be a big king though. It's about the size of those other things that did yesterday. Could be a big one. Nah, it's the same fish. I get the Columbia fish right here. I catch them sometimes. They swim up here to eat our bait fish. That's what we need. We need to get some more bait fish around here so they can come around. I'm sure the salmon are wherever the bait fish is. Smelt. Yeah, there's some smelt run coming. We're waiting for it. Good time now. Got the hooligan smelt. They run in March. Usually they start coming around on the ocean bar and around this time. Right about now. We're not on the ocean bar though. We're up in the middle of the bay on these high spots. This is where we've had the best luck recently. No biters yet today, but there was, I don't know how many bites we had yesterday. Probably caught 12 fish, 12, something like that. We had a lot of them. Just only 3 were big enough. We had a lot of bites, a lot of action. Empty stomachs is normal. Totally normal here. We catch them as they come in. They come in looking, and what they find is my boat. And it's like, gotcha. When we get on a big bite, there's typically something around. On, what was it, Saturday, they had herring in them. It wasn't like real recent, but they had herring in them. And we caught a bunch of them. Might take one more pass on this king magnet before we move on. I see some birds. There's like some animals out here looking around. We've seen some porpoises. There's a few herring gulls flying high, looking down, looking for something. Two doubles, he says, later on. Yeah, I'm for it. See one bird up there. Couple birds. tiny little blue mark on the bottom. Little baby squiggling down there. I want to see the big honking red mark lifting up off the bottom to attack the boat, you know. Like yesterday. Halibut is March 28th this year. They open it late. It's usually early to mid-March. They're opening at the end of March this year. Yellow perch record. Sounds delicious. When are you going perch? Perch fishing. Oh, that's nice, Terry. On my family farm where I grew up, my grandfather put these Georgia hybrid bluegill in there. They weren't no 4-pounders, but there were some big ones. We used to go down and feed them pellets, throw the pellets out, and they'd come up, eat them off the top. They make a cool popping sound when they suck the pellet in. Come on, there ought to be some kings around. We got them yesterday in here. You get them all? I don't think we got them all. I think more should come. It's migration time. Get in here, you stupid fish. Time to migrate. What the heck? Migrate up onto this king magnet. Get on in here. Going out on a freshwater attack again. Get the crappie. Get the crappie. I don't know, Holly. Why don't you grab some rice from the store so you can make me some rice for sushi? I make yellowfin sushi tonight. And then take out some, see if you can dig some moose, some ground moose out. The GM ground moose. Something to eat. All these birds are looking. Porpoises are looking. Where is the King Salmon? Maybe I ought to shoot out to the bar. I can take the tide. I can wait till the tide starts going out and then run down there with the tide. We don't get anything by then. That'll keep us in the area until the tide is. Yesterday we didn't get any on outgoing tide. Yeah, that sounds good. Can you make it with real whipped cream instead? Or does that not work with the lime? Sounds good to me. Kate brought us some limes from Florida. The limes we got in Yakutat are not good. We couldn't find any key limes. Fishy wishes. Might have put a whipping on these. Oh, what's that? It's a bite. Oh my goodness. Looks like a small one. The first bite of the day is taking place. Shaking, it's pulling, it's shaking on there. Right on that same exact pump where we were getting them. Just buy it, Holly. It's fine. We're gonna have that for Halloween. Or Valentine's Day. We got enough king salmon for the thing of whipped cream. Yeah. Yeah, I must have got some of that. On my runner there, man. Clobbered it with the bat, blood went flying everywhere. Let me look at another here. That bend just right in there. Just like that. Petulant Sun Flasher comes through again with the Petulant Sun. Big herring. Sun, very shiny Petulant Sun. Let's try this green one out again. Give it another chance here. Probably shouldn't, but try. Tie the old grinner knot on there. Turn grinner. Put it out there just like that. Give it one of these. What are we gonna try on this? I guess we're gonna try this one. Why experiment when you got the wasn't very big, but I don't have to measure it. It's not a measuring fish, it's just not real big. 9-pounder. Coming in, getting some. We were right on going down the ridge that whole time, right where we need to be. Should I run mono for my leaders? Yeah. No other option. This is definitely an improvement over the rest of the winter. We caught an actual fish, you guys. On the bait. On the bait, I mean. Hit the exact same line and hook as the last one yesterday. First thing in the morning. It's like half the size, but that's okay. It's a keeper. More than half the size. It's not very big. Passed up the moon glow, moonshine, whatever that thing is. They ate the old, big old green herring. With a little bit of the sardine flavored smelly jelly on the hood. And a toothpick rolling on. I thought that bait looked good. That bait was rolling like, what is it? Yeah, that'll pay for our fuel right there, and then some. Fuel and bait for the week. See if there's any more. Come on, more fishes! No, I sure didn't think that was gonna be a keeper, but it was. Definitely was a keeper. Got him hooked real well in there with that Patrick's A-Dot Mustad. Andrew's not here, right? Don't tell Andrew. Don't tell Andrew the Mustads are out. Cade wants to know if I'm fishing. Heck yeah, I'm fishing, Cade. What kind of question is that? Okay, who do we got here? For the love of gaming 74. We're on the green water in the Alaska. Let me see the water. Look, there's a bird, you guys. Can you see the bird? I don't see the bird. It's in there. There it is, the bird. That's our mascot, the one gull. We got one gull watching out for us. I wonder if my hydraulics thing is leaking again a little bit. Oh, thank you, Terry. The official bonus. Because it sure is slippery. All right, I mark another red blob on the bottom. After we seen that other fish, you know, come up and it's looking like a red blob, I wonder. You guys tell me. Normally I would think that's bait fish, right? That too. But doesn't that look like the thing that was lifted up off the bottom and attacked our hook like twice yesterday? It's not in the shape of a fish, but neither was that other thing that came up and bit yesterday. Good morning, Chris Berry. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Yeah, it's something, that's for sure. That much is for sure. It's something. Could be a fish or bait. I guess it's bait. I don't know that for sure. Could be a fish. It's not moving. The mini magnet, it's a little tiny, like miniature hump, like a little knob, like something the size of a, I don't know, very small, like a trampoline or something. It's a little knob on this flat. Where we've been getting them. That's where we got the keeper yesterday out here on the King Magnet, and it's also where we got that big platter where we hooked like 5 of them at once. The mini magnet. We're on it right now. Past the mini magnet. They've been liking it on the southbound direction. We're headed north now. Yesterday we got one headed north. That's what we caught the keeper yesterday, headed north. Today we got him headed south. Then we just spun around and going over it again. Terry B, how many cars did you catch? Yeah, the king salmon likes to lay on the bottom, Terry. When they're hunting, they swim along the bottom. They like to stay down near the bottom. I just had a short strike on my port head. Pretty sure. Something probably took a whack at that herring and missed the hook. Let's see if he comes back. Come back, come back, come back. Maybe it'll hit the floats. Maybe it's on there, I don't know. Might be a little one. Thought I saw it wiggle. Porpoises are back. We got the porpoises in front of us. $43,200,000? That's impossible. There's no fish worth $43 million. Oh, $3 million. That still sounds like too much to me. Boy, the dollar is really not doing very well. We're starting to sound like Africa around here, you know that? Need to put some of those numbers on my king salmon. You're doing better. Oh, wow. I know I told you guys a story about the big tuna that we fought. The next day they got the NC state record. I was there. That's the last time I was tuna fishing down there of note. It's when I drove the boat over the line, but we fought one of those giant tunas. Get the tire under Mama car. Happy Valentine's Day, Mama T. Mama me. Come in, bite it again, you stupid fish. Alright, sounds good, Holly. I'll be here, strolling the vast wasteland. See you later, Terry. Go get the car. I can't wait a week. You need to get the car right now. Come on, keepers. If we could get keepers up here instead of those little ones, that would be great. All keepers today. Come on. Come here, keep us safe. Salmon. A 3-hour tour on Gillian's Island, Gillian's Island. That's where I need to go gold mining. Probably gold gathering up around the base of the ship right now. That's what I'm talking about, Gary. Let me get 2, so I don't have to go out there for just 1. Fixing to go over to that hump to the west, see if there's anything on that spot. Maybe try and pass out at the clown shoe and then come back over here in a little bit. we should try those pinnacles to the west, you know. They don't get hit at all. We haven't caught anything off of them. They're just sitting over there waiting for us. They're a little ways over there though. What do they look like? Yeah, the high spot's 83, 77, 89. And then there's one to the north of that that's like 77, 113. They're in kind of a little bit of a different position with the channels and everything. There's one just to the west of here though. We haven't got anything off of it the last few times we've been out of here, but a lot of times there is something on it. Or we can just keep driving back and forth over to King Magnet. Done that plenty of times. Know how that goes. Not much to see. Like a random bird every once in a while. No, we didn't make it. Well, there's one right here. There's one that's like right here. It's not very far. We did go over that yesterday. Didn't get anything, but it was after they already stopped biting. And then if you go like from this western hump here and you head north, you go over the Clown Shoe. And then there's this big old channel. And then past that is that other high spot. It's I'll show you how far away it is. It's a ways out there. It's a mile and a half from here. It's about 3/4 of a mile from the end of the Clown Shoe, I think. Seems to do really well in the fall. I don't ever do good on it though. a bird diving right in front of us. Don't need binoculars to see that. Whatever happened to the multi-camera setup? It didn't work out. Yeah, I just haven't done it. I got a GoPro here, it's sitting right there. GoPro. I got an extra phone too. I can look into it, see what it takes to. I don't know how I would do it. Maybe if I made like another channel, then I could do like a collaboration with my other channel. Set up a second device running at the same time. I think there's other ways where you can use like StreamYard or whatever. Yeah, I got one. I just got one. It was a keeper too, so that's good. I need to clean that thing. Control over this western hump here and then turn it back around and clean it on the way back to the back track. Yeah, I got one on bait here. Just like yesterday, except the fish was smaller and it was in a different spot. But about the same time and on the same rig. Yeah, I can live stream with a GoPro. It's but I can't read the chat. I tried that, and it goes horizontal, you know. Okay, we're up on this other hump here, and there is a little red dot on the bottom. A little red blip. Maybe that red blip will bite my hooks. On a good day, I think it would. Hey, it's gonna have to come up quite a bit though, since it's 90 feet deep. Almost high tide! Come on, be laying up on this hump. You stupid fish. Great Bit Adventures, Accidental Yellowtail Bite, Cortez Tuna, and Surf Surprise Catch. Ooh, smoked salmon fish. Come on! so crazy how like you got all this water and all the ground everywhere. It's all the water, the ground, and the fish like only one spot, like so small, an area where the fish come up on. They're on the king magnet only, right on the mini magnet. I actually have 2 GoPros. I only see one. Hopefully it's the new one. I paid a lot of money for both of them, but one of them's a lot newer than the other one. I don't know, man. Doesn't seem to be anything hanging out on hump. We call it hump 4 or something. I don't know. On the western front. All quiet on the western front. Yeah, the way the currents are or whatever, it just takes them right to the same spot every time. Right to the exact same spot. Alright, let's jump out there and clean that fish real quick. Get that fish cleaned up. Go clean the fishy wishy. Yeah. Soak-up rag back in the back. I think there might be some oil getting out of that crab block thing. For whatever reason, my feet are getting slippery back there. Real slippery. It's not okay. Alright, so take this rag back there with us. See if we can figure it out. I don't like it when I jump up on top of this edge and it's slippery. Yeah. A little bit of oil getting onto something. Fix that. See if we can fix that problem real quick. Need to nip that one in the bud. Fat, nice healthy little fatso. Oh yeah, he's over 30 inches. The birds are pretty happy about this. are acting like they're starving out here, all over me here. They're fighting with each other and everything. Give me that little piece of kill. Here, I'll feed them. There you go, little birdie. Where'd he go? There you go. Oh my goodness! The fishing line got in the way here. Try again. Right out the back. Oh my goodness! Oh, we fed the bird. Next time there's a big log, maybe he'll let me know and I won't hit the log. Man, that's slippery. I must have gotten some oil on that, or I don't know what happened. It's oily. I don't know if that's that. If I got that bait gel on it, or if I got it. Probably my hydraulic thing's leaking. I see a little bit of oil over here. I think that must be what it is. Drop a hydraulic oil coming out of the crab block. Freaking thing's still leaking. Great. Gonna kill me. Gotta be extra careful now. Yeah. Gonna put some more of that grippy stuff down. But one drop of oil is like so deadly. One drop of hydraulic oil trying to kill me. We're back to the king magnet already. Yeah, a little soap, that's a good idea. Got some of that. I had a little bucket I was hanging on that. That worked fine. I don't know what happened to my little bucket. I think it blew off one time in the gale or whatever. Seemed like they came through pretty good when it turned around, but then they stopped after they'd been going out for a while. I mean, it's not dripping enough to like make much of a difference in my oil or like make a big pollution problem. It's dangerous to have any oil at all. Even one drop is like deadly on my feet. That thing hasn't been leaking all winter and now it wants to leak again. Les told me there was like a little O-ring or something I need to replace on it. Yeah, it was just like all of a sudden today that it's slippery. I got soak up rag. I put a soak up rag back there. It sucks up the oil. Yeah. I saw those daggone porpoises go here and there, but they're not around like they were yesterday. I guess we were just getting out here yesterday. Especially we started at Little Africa and messed around there. And you gotta remember the tide is 45 minutes later today. Go try this little rock. We haven't tried. There's a little rock pile right in the middle. It's like one boulder. I keep meaning to grab some rocks. Like there's some big rocks in the parking lot. Put them on my boat and throw them out over here. Because it's like the tiniest structure here holds fish. I think if I just threw a 100-pound rock out or 50-pound rock out in the same spot over and over again, pretty soon I'd have a bomb diggity fishing hole. Put it off to the side where nobody normally fishes. Yeah, it's just right at the, alright, there's a mark on the bottom. Hope that's fish. Come on up and bite, stupid. Be a fish, come on, be a bunch of fish. Might just be feed down there, you know. Come on, come on, bite him on there. No bite. No bite for me. No bite for you. No bite for you. Let's make another pass on it. What the heck? Let's try over here a little bit. A little bit on the deeper side. We haven't made any passes in to the right side of it. For a little bit longer. Probably to stay out here and try and make it pay instead of running off going anywhere else. We're already here. Got one fish. Come on, Chromos is right. It's going to kind of loiter around on this flat a little bit. Instead of going straight up and down the ridge, I'm going to go over down to 45 here. Make another pass over the King Magnet. I got a feeling. Check my fuel. Boat sounds a little rough. I don't know why that is. I haven't checked my fuel level in a while. temperature good. Oh, man. My filter might be getting a little bit old, clogged up with all the gunk in it. We got shook up pretty good out here on Wednesday. Make sure I still got fuel, you know. Something's wrong. Shoot. Shit. Let me wind my gear in real quick. what the problem is here. Probably just shut down, I guess. Maybe. Let's see here. Probably water, I'm not sure though. See if I can get anchored up. Smoky in here though. Why would it be so smoky? Throw my anchor out here. I'm low northeast. Anchor out here. Anchor up here. Looks like I might have water, but I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. I don't know why I would have oil. It says I have oil pressure. I'm gonna shut her down. What is your problem? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it sure sounds like rough as hell, huh? I got the anchor in. I don't know if it's gonna hold. Hopefully. Let's see, what can I turn off here? Let's turn off the radio. Turn off the autopilot. I want to kill my battery with this stupid internet here. Let's see if it's just water. I hope it's water. Pray that it's just water. Let's see here. Usually don't have water. Water now. Come on, show me water. Show me lots of water here. We have water here. Oh yeah, that's water. I'm seeing a lot of water, you guys. Might just be water. I think we got water. I think that's what we got here. Yeah, we got the water bad. We got lots of water. Okay. Yeah. I think this is just going to be a matter of pumping water out of the system. I got a little hand primer on this deal to a little hand primer to. There's a lot of water and a lot of gunk in the filter too. See if I can find another filter. Let me cut the live stream because I don't want to kill the battery with the Starlink, and it does do that. But I think I'll be back in a little bit. Give me an hour. I got my phone and everything. I got cell service. Everything's fine. I'm anchored up. The weather's nice. The weather's going to be nice tomorrow. Everything's fine. Let me just clean my filters out and stuff, and we'll get back in business here in a little bit. Cracked nozzle? What kind of nozzle? Cracked nozzle. That's all I need. Yeah, it's rough because there's water. There's tons of water. I think that's what it is. It's just running like there's water in the fuel. And it didn't run until it was complete water and shut down. Sometimes I have a hard time getting this thing to start back up, but I'll check back in either way. Let me just not kill the battery because that's important. I'll be back. Love you guys. I'm going to shut off the live stream. Change the filter. Yeah, I got one. I'll be back.